Did it play? Hello, people. Oh my God. Unannounced, unrehearsed, no notes. I just really wanted to get this out here. I wanted to do it yesterday, but I just wasn't in the mindset. And today something flipped for me really hugely. And I'm like, I'm doing it. So I've told this story before, but something changed dramatically. And I want to give you a different perspective on it. This is what I call an opalescent pearl of wisdom, and it's a tribute to my uncle. When I was 9 years old, my uncle Bruce was drafted into Vietnam, and we all went to the airport to see him off. That was the big airport in Milwaukee. I grew up in Wisconsin. It was the big airport in Milwaukee, and it was the first time I was ever going to a big airport, and I was really, really excited about it. There were a whole bunch of people, and we all went to see him off. And at 9, I don't think that I knew what war was, and I didn't understand any of that part at all. I just knew we were going to see my uncle on a big, huge plane. So anyway, we all went up to the gate. I think there were about 30 of us, and I'm just guessing. I really don't know, but it was a lot of people. We all went up to the gate, and we all gave hugs and everything else. And then my little sister ran up to him and just jumped into his arms. And that was right before the last call. And he just hugged her and hugged her. They had a very, very special bond. She was his godchild. So anyway, he sets her down, spins around, walks down the gateway, gets in the plane. And there we all are, waving and waving and waving as the plane takes off. And back then, I guess, everyone waved until the plane was just a speck in the sky. And as we could no longer see anything, we all turned at the same time. I think of it today, it's almost like it was choreographed, right? We all turned at the same time, and I just lost it. I knew with every single fiber, whoops, forgot to turn my phone off. Oh no. Every single fiber of my being that I was never going to see him again. So we're walking away, and I'm just sobbing and sobbing and sobbing, and I could barely see where I was going, and I knew I had my jacket and my hat, and I wasn't going to let go of either of those things just so I wouldn't get hollered at or something for being bad, right? And I'm sobbing and sobbing, and I'm kind of in the middle. I felt like I was being herded by all these people around me, just kind of guiding me away. And all of a sudden, someone came up from behind me and just jabbed me in the ribs really hard. And I just kind of went gasping for breath and stopped crying. And it was as if my circuits were jammed. My psychic circuits got jammed, and I really felt like it must be bad to cry and to express emotion, right? So anyway, I carried this with me for decades, and then I remembered it again, probably, God, I don't know when it was. Maybe, I'm going to say 5 years ago. Somewhere around maybe 7 years ago, I remembered this. And then really recently, I was in meditation, and all of a sudden it came to me that the reason that this happened is because the adults in the room, as they say there were, could not handle the truth. And so, in order to shut me up so they could just pretend it was all hunky-dory, right? That's what happened. It was just easier to silence me. And I wonder, has this happened to anyone else out there, that you've carried something and you've thought about something and you've pondered it and, mulled it over a million times until all of a sudden, boom, it shifts within you and you realize, yep, I was the kid, they were the adults, and they were the ones that just could not handle the truth of what was going to come down. And of course, I never did see him again. But as I've unjammed my circuits, oh my God, this is so, and amplified my psychic abilities in so very many ways. I was in a class and we were doing mediumship. And right after the class, I thought, I'm going to see if I can contact my Uncle Bruce. And I just started tuning in, and I saw him at the doorway of my office. And I just looked at him, and he said to me, I will never stop hugging you. And I was just blown away and just like, oh my God, I'm not, my strong psychic abilities, I don't count mediumship among my strongest by a long shot, okay? Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I've had experience and I've done stuff with mediumship and it works and I can do it, but and my dad is someone else that comes through all the time. God, he comes through so much. Thanks, Dad. But it's not my strong suit, okay? Anyway, I just thought I'd share that story and just wonder, is there anyone else out there that has had an experience that has been able to take it and just flip it on its head? If you have, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. And my other thing that I want to say, I'm going to have a very special guest with me here on Friday. So did I close my calendar? Oh, shoot. Let's see. This coming Friday, it is the 31st of May at 3 o'clock Mountain, 2 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern. I am going to have a very, very special friend come on here with me. And we're going to tell you, she's going to tell you her story of meeting me. And I'm going to tell my story of meeting her. It's absolutely amazing. So please join us again. What time did I say? Oh my God. If I don't look at my calendar, I can't keep anything straight. 3:00 Mountain. You do the math, okay? And hope that we will also be able to give you some pearls of wisdom. And now I'm going to leave you with my absolutely beautiful, if I can find them. Is it in the banners? Where is it? I thought it was here. Hang on. My beautiful waves of unconditional, divine, beyond the beyond waves of opalescent love. I'll have another story about this soon. Okay? Thanks. And with that, I wish you the most divine, unconditional love, that you may carry it with you and access it in those moments of great need. Thank you. Have a fabulous evening. Bye.